Well, hey everybody, it's another episode of Sauna Talk. It's the episode, a part of the Finnish series. We have a wonderful collection of Sauna Talk episodes from Finland, and this one is a real gem. I had the opportunity to sit down with Kimmo Helistö. He's a leading operator and pioneer in the urban public sauna space in Helsinki, Finland. We are seated at his latest project, Uusi Sauna, a stylish contemporary public sauna in the new downtown area of Helsinki. Uusi, it's located right like amongst a little village of new contemporary office towers and residential apartments. I don't know what was there before. They told me it was a kind of a industrial area that was sort of vacated through moving some of the docks and harbor area. So very fresh, very clean, very close to the metro and all kinds of public transportation. And Uusi Sauna, you'll hear a lot about it. There's 3 saunas on property, a men's sauna, a women's sauna, and a public rental sauna, electric fired for private events and stuff. In Finland, we have a system where men go to sauna separate from women, and this is a nod to that tradition with those 2 different separate saunas. But hey, everybody can come together. If you go with a member of the opposite sex or whatever, your partner in crime, and she can go off to one area and you go off to the other sauna area, and then you can meet up outside in the courtyard and go have a beer together in the common area. So this is a very common thing, and you'll hear more about this type of layout, this Finnish style of the bar restaurant sauna. There are 2 factions to that. One is which you'll hear about Lolu Spa, iconic spa, and my interview with Jasper soon to be published. But staying with the chronology here, that is a swimsuit sauna bar restaurant where everything is co-ed. So you'll hear about the birth of Uusi Sauna, how it all came about, how Kimmo came into this space and helped design it with the empty canvas. You'll hear about the decline of the Helsinki public sauna empire, how there were 150 public saunas before World War II, before the advent of warm water through modern plumbing and all that. And you'll hear about Kimmo's other project, the owner of Arla Sauna, dating back to 1929. Kimmo, also a musician, violinist, actually a saxophonist. His influence in 70s rock with David Bowie and Roxy Music, and early activity with his bands, and being involved in that, in the alternative music scene and art scene in Helsinki, and this great squat house, the Bat Cave, in the sauna project that they began back then, even early on, introducing people to gathering in a public way with art and music and sauna. And the incubation of that concept, advancing into his mobilization of tent saunas in a beautiful project on the rooftop of Manhattan, Hotel Gershwin in Manhattan, and a very successful installation that was put on multiple times. And then that morphed into a sauna project for festivals and urban settings, music festivals, art festivals, all over Europe. Just a fascinating story, and I'm excited to bring it to you. So Kimmo, great guy. When you go to sauna, you should only listen to yourself, not try to be there for too long a time. Kimmo and I share this freedom of sauna, and you'll hear some of that. So I just want to give you that introduction. I'm real excited you're listening to this. Anyone that has been to a sauna in a public environment will really enjoy hearing a lot of the back end operational aspects for running a sauna, a public sauna like this. So the Finland series is almost wrapping up. Welcome to Sauna Talk, and let's have a visit on the bench with Kimmo Helistö. This episode of Sauna Talk is sponsored by Lampa Manufacturing from Tower, Minnesota. Lampa Manufacturing, the mastermind behind the Kimmo sauna stove products, is a small family-owned company that believes in always making the best units they know how and continues striving to make them better and safer. Sauna Times offers a wide selection of Kimmo products for all your authentic sauna building needs. My history goes back at least 25 years. I've owned two Kimmo stoves that I bought new, one in 1996, the other in 2003, and both are running as well as the day I purchased them. They are built like tanks, and they produce the best heat that I've ever experienced. I'm very pleased to partner with Lampa Manufacturing as an authorized distributor for the products, and they can be ordered on saunatimes.com. You look at the top and the shop button, and we're very happy to provide these wonderful sauna stoves for you. Another personal note I'd like to share is I had the good fortune to have Daryl Lampa on the podcast. You can search Sauna Times podcast, and you'll hear from probably one of the top experts in the world about wood burning and the process of it, the clean burning, the efficient burning, sustainable heat source. So check it out, and welcome to this episode of Sauna Talk. So I'm sitting on the bench with?
My name is Kimmo Helistö.
And Kimmo Helistö, we are sitting. Tell the audience, the listeners to Sauna Talk, where we are.
Okay, now this is the most new public sauna in Helsinki. This kind of mixture of public sauna and a nice bar and restaurant. I opened this in the mid-November, so now 5-6 months ago. The area is a new area with lots of new houses, so this is kind of new part of the Helsinki.
Mm-hmm. A lot of new people, new residents.
Yeah.
But is this why you chose this location?
They chose me. I will come there later. But we are anyway in very good location in Helsinki, near downtown, and the local traffic is running nicely. So this is easy place to come wherever area of Helsinki. So this is my new sauna. It's called Uusi Sauna, which means the new sauna. And we have here 3 saunas and bar and a kitchen and 2 terraces. 2 like big saunas, 1 sauna for men, 1 for women, and 1 sauna which is heated. It's like electric sauna. It's for private sessions or weekends. It's like sauna for both sexes.
And extra space for busy time?
Yeah, also like that. But in Finland, we have this system that men go to their own sauna and ladies to their sauna, so we don't have too much this mixed sauna. Mm-hmm. Because in good saunas, people want to be nude. Mm-hmm. Of course, here in Helsinki we have also saunas which are mixed saunas, but there we use some swimming dress also.
Or trousers maybe.
Yeah, but if you're really a sauna heavy user, then you prefer going nude, naked to sauna.
So at the Uusi Sauna, if I came with a girl and she went to the ladies' sauna, I went to the men's sauna, and we both. But does not mean that we are not integrated, because as we cool down, we can visit your lovely courtyard.
Yeah, sure. And when you are not in the hot room of sauna, then you can be together. And like I said, on Saturdays and Sundays, this electric sauna is for both sexes.
Nice. So there's a full range of options for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. And so go ahead on this place chose you.
And let's say this way that I was asked to to plan this sauna. There was a international competition of planning this block, all these houses, and what in this block would be. And the winner was one group from Italy, Germany, and London, I guess. So this kind of city planners and architects and those people. So two girls from Italy contacted me and asked if I would be interested, and they told me that they have been winning this kind of competition, and they asked if I would be interested to help them to make this kind of sauna thing in their plans. At that time, we didn't know that if it would be, it would never happen. But of course, I said that of course I'm going to help you, and that's interesting. And I knew that it could be also a possibility for me to get this sauna to be real. That happened quite a long time ago. That was 2010, so 7-8 years ago. And little by little, this all happened. Mm-hmm. So I was lucky to get into this project in very early beginning. So right. All what is now done here, I can blame only myself somehow, because I got possibility to think what kind of location this should be. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to have those 3 saunas, 2 saunas which are heated by wooden pellets, and 1 sauna, this private sauna, electric heated sauna. Yes. And then I had possibility to make this restaurant with kitchen, bar. Mm-hmm. Because in Helsinki we didn't have this kind of restaurant where there would be sauna at the same time. Sauna this way that it would be all the time open, so you could go there if you only want. In Helsinki we have lots of saunas, this kind of private saunas, but you have to order them. Mm. You have to make reservations.
No spontaneity.
Yeah. And of course we have had those old public saunas. In 20s, 30s and 40s in Helsinki we had 150 public saunas. All the old blocks had 1 or 2 saunas because apartments didn't have hot water, they didn't have showers and bath. So people used to go to those public saunas. But nowadays, all those public saunas are gone, so we have only 2 of those old saunas left.
And can you list those for us?
Yeah, Sauna Arla, which is from 1929, and Kotiharju Sauna, 1928. They are both in location or area called Kallio, which is this kind of urban area where workers used to live.
That's right. A working class neighborhood.
Yeah. So those apartments in that area, there were lots of people and lots of families in very small apartments with maybe only cold water in the kitchen. Mm-hmm. So that's why they had lots of those public saunas.
Right. Can you tell us about your background with either of these 2 that are still around?
Okay, like my own background, I am born 1961. I've been living here in Helsinki all of my life. I was born in Pohjois-Haga, a little bit outside downtown. And let's say this way, that when I was a teenager, I was really into the music. Then came, first Roxy Music and David Bowie in early 70s, Mark Bolan, T-Rex, this kind of nice music. And then late 70s came punk rock. So I was kind of punk rocker, and we had our own bands. When I was a kid, I used to play violin, but sometimes in 16, 17 years old, I got tenor saxophone, and then we made our first bands. And in early 80s, we had really good thing going on with music scene here in Helsinki also. I started to study to become a teacher, but at the same time we had kind of half professional band. We made 3 albums in early 80s. And almost when I almost graduated to become a teacher, but then here in Helsinki, in one squat house, they started a radio station where I got to work. I was there a DJ and a music producer and did all kinds of city journalism and this kind of thing.
Was this a pirate radio station?
No, it wasn't pirate. It was the first commercial, legal, first commercial local radio station in Finland.
And backing up one more step, what was the name of your band?
Okay, that was called, in Finnish it's called kadotetut. In English it means like lost ones or damned or something like that.
Yeah, the Damned
from London, yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
We were also a punk band, little bit more like new wave, so
Talking Heads, maybe?
Yeah, a little bit this kind of thing.
Yeah.
More rhythmical things, and we had a nice set of. So we had drums, bass, and guitar, but also keyboards, violin player, and saxophone.
Cool. So a little Roxy Music influence with
no,
a punk edge.
Little bit like that. Yeah, that's true.
Was the Clash a big influence for you?
The Clash, not maybe to me, but our main singer and leader of the band, he was a really Clash fan.
Yeah.
And he was a really like punk rocker. I was more elitist, like with my David Bowie Roxy Music background. And then the violinist, she was a little bit younger than us. She was a girl and really talented violinist. Nowadays she's really like doing lots of film music and theater music and music herself. So we were quite good.
Nice. I'm speaking for, I'm sure the listeners driving around, many people have Spotify. Any chance of being able to get that music on Spotify? Those 3 albums?
Not right now in Spotify, but at least in YouTube you could find something.
Could you spell, for listeners, could you spell the letters for
Kadotetut?
That should get you there.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, sweet.
Okay, but now we are sometimes in the mid-80s, and I was there in the radio station called Radio City in this squat house, which was called Lepakkoluola, Bat Cave in English, and there we had a good sauna also.
Wood-fired.
Wood-heated sauna, and then in the 90s we started to have in this sauna, there was a bar and this sauna, we started to run this kind of like every week this kind of sauna club with good sauna, with 2 DJs and some strange performances. Not too much bands or music, but all kinds of performances like poetry or dance or circus or all kind of strange and different performing arts, let's say this way.
I just want to ask you about the layout of the place. Like maybe you could just speak through what a night would be like. About what time would people come to sauna?
Let's say, it was always on Tuesdays because Tuesday was the most boring day of the week. So nothing was happening.
So Tuesday about what time?
I think we opened after 6 or 6 o'clock. People started to come after 6 to 8. And it was open maybe to 1 o'clock, something like that, like normal bar evening.
Would the performance be happening in conjunction with sauna, or was it sauna and then performance?
In this location there was a bar, not too big, maybe 60 square meters of room, which had a bar and 1 DJ, and then there was a sauna, quite big sauna, maybe 20 square meters, and shower room. And outside the shower room there is a room for where you could change your clothes. Not too big, 30, 40 square meters. no lockers, only some places where you could leave your things. And there was the main DJ, guy called Tiksa.
Would this be a co-ed hot room at the time?
Sorry?
Men and women in the hot room?
Yeah, it was totally like mixed sauna.
Mixed sauna.
Yeah.
And music could be heard in the one hot room. Music could trickle into you could hear it.
You could hear, yeah, there were 2 rooms with 2 different music. In this bar room, it was more like ambient, a little bit more like this kind of nice background music.
Yeah. What would be an example of an artist that one could hear back then in the ambient space? If you can take your mind back. And
maybe
remember.
some Birmingham sound, I don't know.
Oasis, or no, the Verve, maybe, or
no, okay, maybe they came a little bit later, but no, more like fuck. No,
it's okay.
I don't
We're going there
remember
together.
any more those.
We're going
old
together.
bands.
So English style.
All kinds of music.
Yeah.
Both DJs did very
Eclectic.
like all kinds of Finnish,
Yeah.
even some classical music.
Nice.
It was really like a huge mixture
Range.
of music.
Understood. So 2 different sound systems.
Yeah.
Recorded music.
Yeah, and this another DJ, he was talking a lot, telling all kinds of stories, singing himself there, and doing really like strange, crazy show, and playing strange, even more strange music, old Finnish, like 7-inch records and
Cool.
all kinds
Very
of
retro, old stuff.
Yeah, and very like personal, very strange.
Sure.
DJ.
So a guest to this sauna, to this experience, would be in a towel, if they're in the process of sauna, walking around in a towel, maybe.
Yeah. Not
lot of that?
not naked, towel around you, or not even. Everybody didn't go to the sauna. Then they had their normal clothes, but towel on.
But a sauna was a key component of this space.
Yeah, it was the heart of the evening, kind of.
Cool.
And it was really good sauna, this kind of once heated sauna. So there were not the fire on in the stove. You know, maybe you can tell your listeners what I mean when the sauna is this kind of once heated. You heat the sauna beforehand.
For how many hours for that sauna?
Maybe 4 or 5 hours.
Okay.
The fire were on, and then you close the chimney, and then it's ready.
Let me speak to listeners about that real quickly. What this once fired sauna is about, and this is a faction of sauna, of wood fired sauna, that's available. You have continuous heat, and then you have once fired. The once fired means that a sauna maker, like the stoker or the man making the person making the fire must come like 5 hours earlier and get a fire started in the hot box and burn it full and hot for 4 or 5 hours, heating a massive amount of rocks above. Yes. Then when it's up to temperature and these rocks are red hot, you don't extinguish, you just let the fire go out in most cases and pull the coals out.
Yeah.
And what you have is no burning happening. And what you've created after 5 hours of continuous burning is massive heat on the rocks.
Yeah.
And this allows for a very long sauna session, no burn.
Yeah.
Did I explain that well?
Just like that. Just perfect.
Okay.
And that is the original way of having sauna also in Finland.
Yeah.
This kind of oven, kiuas like we call, where is fire all the time, that's an invention which is made in maybe 30s. So
very traditional.
Yeah. So the smoke sauna is this kind of sauna that you do the heating beforehand. There are lots of stones to get them really hot, and then you take off the fire and the sauna is ready.
Right on. And is that what we're experiencing here?
In Uusi Sauna I have this kind of system, the techniques, and also there in my other sauna, which is this sauna Arla in Kallio area, like those saunas had always.
Is it a commercial sauna or custom build on these two
Commercial saunas. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
the Narvi, is it the Narvi by chance? The NARVI? I mean, is it the stove?
The stove. No, they are built there.
Oh, custom build.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So I'm jumping ahead, and I don't mean to. So taking us back, what was the time frame for that sauna? Where the exhibitions were happening. We want to take this story chronologically. So the time frame for that sauna.
There in this squat house we had that club. It was called actually Höyryklubi, the steam club. We started in 1995, and then they took the house down in the end of 99. So it was about 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
We had that sauna club.
From a squat perspective, that's a long. You had a nice run.
Yeah, actually the house was squatted originally in 1979. So we had that house there 20 years.
That's fabulous.
And then we had this sauna thing going on there the last 5 years.
Nice.
Yeah.
And somebody invested some money to build this custom single burn stove, right? Money had to come from somewhere for the sauna stove.
There was lots of people doing this kind of work because they wanted to build their own house. And little by little, also the city of Helsinki started to little bit support the thing there. And there were some clubs, some restaurants, so we had also some business of ourselves. So the money we got in, we put it in different kind of things there.
Including the stove.
Yeah.
Which had to be a good chunk of the money for the build of
Yeah,
the space.
maybe the stove were actually sponsored by this Aito Kiuas company, because it was Aito Kiuas. It's
Can you spell that, please?
AITO.
And Narvi purchased them?
Aito Kiuas.
Yeah.
It's one of the best Kiuas, which are those once-heated.
I have to interject. So I don't know if this could ever happen in America, where it doesn't matter what you're doing, but companies aren't in the business to give and support giving away their product for an enterprise, let alone a very fringe enterprise.
Yeah, but there was a good thing going on, very good spirit, young people doing their own thing. So, and there were very clever people who could ask these kind of things, and if they went to ask something, they very often got also something, because they were trustful and they were doing the good thing. Those companies understood that these are not anarchists. They are not some idiots who are, spending their life to drinking or something. They knew that they have something really important things going on.
Well said. Thank you. Thank you for that, Kimmo.
Okay, but then in the end of 99, the house was taken down, and then this sauna thing of mine almost stopped, but then we once had a possibility to have once again this sauna happening in one local festival here, and we made a sauna in a big tent and did this kind of one-time happening of this Höyryklubi there in this festival. And there, one friend of mine, a guy called Stefan Lindfors, who had some business in New York, told us that he knows one place in New York where this kind of tent sauna happening would be great. And that was Hotel Gershwin in Manhattan, 26th Street between 5th and 6th Avenue. And he gave the contact of the owner of that hotel, one Urs Jacob, one guy from LA, originally of San Francisco, now I don't remember. And we contacted him and told him that, Stefan told me that in your hotel there would be rooftop where this kind of happening would be possible. And this Urs, he was crazy enough that why not, guys? Please come here. Then I went to visit him. We checked the place and thought that we could really make it there.
What
And
year was that?
that was 2000. I visited there first time in summer 2000, and our first trip there to New York was in September or October 2000. And there we had 5 or 6 days this our sauna party going on, and it was a great success.
How did you, in America, handle the kiwas, the stove?
We took it from the Finland.
No way.
Yeah, we had this Finnish air company was sponsoring us, and then we got also some other sponsors like local Finnish liquor company like Finlandia Vodka.
Cool.
And then I don't remember anymore, but we collected some money, and of course we paid a little bit of our own, so we didn't make any profit with this, but we got a good experience and a really good party there for 1 week, and it meant that they asked us to come back next year. So next time we went there, it was maybe April 2001. And we did it again, and it was even more good success there. And
Rooftop sauna.
Yeah.
Tent.
Tent
What was
and
the stove?
the stove was big Harvia Kiuas. And okay.
Continuous heat?
Yeah. And when we were there first time, we knew then that okay, we will come back, so we left the sauna things there.
Perfect.
So
were you getting good heat with the tent?
Yeah, really good. It's a big tent. It's like 25 square meters. Originally Russian military tent.
Okay.
So they could fit easily 30, even more people, because people didn't sit only there in the highest bench.
That's exactly right.
Also down there.
Isn't that nice to have in a public sauna? I know the Russian banya is traditional in the commercial, public way. You have multiple bench heights.
Yeah.
And you adapted that for that rooftop sauna, the multiple bench opportunity.
Yeah, and of course
people.
in Finnish saunas also we have different benches. Normally everybody goes there to the highest bench, but
hey, if you go low, you go low.
Yeah. So this kind of, and then after this first New York happening, we understood, and I understood that this is a great concept. We should do something with this. And then we had also one agent who started to introduce us and sell our gigs to European music festivals and all kinds of city happenings. And it went this way that maybe for 10 years, from starting then 2000 to 2010, it was my main work, kind of having this kind of mobile tent sauna happening all around in Europe.
Like more of a pop-up.
Nowadays they call it pop-up sauna, but that time that word wasn't
Can we talk about that a little bit? Do you mind?
Yeah. We were there in New York in this Hotel Gershwin 4 times.
Okay.
Actually, the third time was planned this way, that it would be in the September 2001. But then came this 9/11, and we couldn't come there. But then we came next time, sometimes in spring 2002, and we did it altogether 4 times there. Then the owner of the hotel sold his business, and we were planning to do it in his hotel in, now I don't remember, was it in Toronto or in Montreal, and then also in Los Angeles, but it was always so complicated, so it didn't happen. But then we do it in lots of places in Europe, almost everywhere, mostly in Germany, Netherlands, Belgium, Denmark. France.
With a music festival or art festival?
Both. Lots of music festivals, lots of all kinds of city happenings,
Yeah.
like urban happenings, like nothing else but our sauna or our thing, or then in between some other
Right on.
happenings.
Not on rooftops anymore.
No, no,
Right.
no.
So a little easier to build.
Yeah, a little bit.
Often a tent, or most often a tent, or not necessarily?
Sorry,
Tents, I'd like to know a little bit. I know listeners would appreciate knowing. Let's say you're going to Rotterdam for something, and what was it like behind the curtain? What we call the nuts and bolts.
Oh.
A stove. Was it mainly tents that you were doing? Was it a
Yeah,
replication?
in
Tuna
festivals we had one tent with this sauna, and then we had a more big, almost like a circus tent, but like big military tent where we had bar and DJ, and then we had one tent or some no
It's okay.
what is
Concrete?
no. So this box
Container.
container
Yeah.
for garderobe for the things to leave,
Yeah.
and some kind of place where you could have a shower or wash yourself
In the container or in the tent?
in a container or in a tent,
Yeah.
or if there was a lake or river
Nice.
or sea, then you could do it there.
Cool.
We had to do it this way. You know, if some place had some showers, we used the showers. It was always different, but the sauna was always the same in the tent.
Okay, let's talk about
and
the sauna.
The big
Yeah.
tent for the DJ and
Right on.
bar.
So the tent sauna was an independent place.
Yeah.
When did you say 30 square meters generally?
It's
or?
5 meters and 5 meters, so
Yeah.
25 square meters.
Perfect. You had the kiwas, the stove, and then multiple benches that you could build or assemble,
Yeah.
taken out of the container.
Yeah.
Okay. The tent, you build the tent.
Yeah.
The floor, you probably had some decking or flooring.
It depends also. It depends where we were. Sometimes we had some wooden floor there.
Yep.
But if the ground was okay without that, we
Yep,
could go
perfect.
like that.
Then
also.
the people would sauna in this tent. Then when you leave the sauna, would you step outside generally, or would you be stepping out into another tent?
No. Then you walked outside, of
Okay,
course. Yeah.
okay.
And went to another tent or some building or.
I must ask
stayed
you.
there.
I hope you don't mind me asking
No,
the
no, no.
details. The details
Yeah,
are really
yeah.
inspirational and welcome. Did you run into problems with the kiwas not being able to keep up with people coming and going in and out of the tents on cold days and stuff?
We had to have this way that there was always one guy running the sauna and putting the water over the stones, this kind of sauna master.
Yeah.
So we didn't let people to put,
Or wood or water.
yeah.
Lolu was controlled by the sauna master.
Yeah, and he was also a little bit closing the door and letting people in and getting out.
Okay. Was there
And,
ever?
and also showing, because people are maybe not so used to have sauna
Right.
in France or somewhere in Italy or,
Totally.
So
Greece or
yeah.
wherever.
Okay, there we haven't been in Greece.
Okay, okay.
But then anyway, so he was telling that here, sit down there, and
Yeah.
I will put this water here, and
I think
don't
you-
stay too long, only like 5 minutes, and when it's too hot, get
Kimmo,
out and drink water. And
Could that work that you did, that project you did, at all be the beginning of Aufguss?
I don't. Actually, me myself, I don't like this German Aufguss traditional, because I like this free sauna, like Finnish free sauna, that you stay there as long as it feels good for you. It's anyway personal thing.
Yeah.
You can't be in a hot room too long if you don't want, and you can put the lolu whenever you want, and then you can go out and. Yeah.
But at that time, it was important to have a sauna master for these festivals, for these events. Again, controlling people coming and going so that they're not standing there with the tent open too long.
Yeah.
Adding wood, as needed.
Yeah,
And lolu as prescribed by a Finn.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Very good. I got to ask you one other quick question about the tent thing, because in Minnesota it's really cold.
Yeah.
And the
We
idea,
have had this our tent also in minus 20 Celsius.
and this is my question: is
And then we had this kind of the normal tent and some tent inside.
A pre-room.
So there were two
Good.
covers of
okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you knew that based on where you were setting up, whether it was going to get too cold and you needed what I call a pre-room, a tent and a mini tent and then hot room. That was an adaptation, or that was an added thing when it was cold.
Yeah, yeah,
Works good.
yeah.
You know, I love that space because it's very steamy. It's cool and steamy.
Yeah,
I like that.
yeah,
Good. Okay, so then you would also have a big tent with the DJ and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then a container you could deploy. You could use the container space too.
yeah. Sometimes if festivals or happenings had those containers, we
Right
could
on.
use them.
You did this for about 10 years and you were the main person for this type of
Yeah,
business.
so we did many gigs during the summertime, like maybe 10 happenings in one summer, and sometimes also in winter time, but mostly in summertime. And then 2006 I found out this sauna Arla, kind of. It was quite forgotten sauna, almost dead and gone. It was one elder guy who was running it, kind of hobby for him. He was then already more than 70 years old, and it was in really bad shape. It looked like from Aki Kaurismäki movies, this kind of
yeah.
romantic and nice location, but
Yeah.
in bad shape.
What is or was the stove at that point? The
Sorry?
stove, the kiwas.
Yeah,
there.
what about it?
What can you describe the kiwas in that location?
It was the original kiwas, which has been there all the time, like huge brick made kiwas with lots of stone in them.
Wood fired.
They have changed it year 1970 for city gas, because there were neighborhoods who were complaining about the
Okay.
smoke.
Okay.
So in that area we had this city gas, so it was really clever change.
Nice.
So with this gas you can do it with no smoke.
How is it today?
With
City gas.
Yeah, same way.
Very good.
Yeah.
Okay, so I didn't mean to jump in, but this older 70 years old, the place was kind of in disrepair.
Yeah.
Then
And so I once went there, sometimes early 2000, I don't remember exactly when, but I really fell in love to that sauna and started to go there every week as much as I could. And then one day this Jorma, old guy, straight asked me that, okay, Kimmo, when do you want to take over this sauna? And so it went. So in the 1st of May 2006, I did the heating first time myself. And then I started little by little to make it better, do some renovation, and kind of started to give the new spirit for that sauna. And little by little, I also got new people, younger people than me, like students around. They knew that, hey, now there is something going on, let's go and take a look of this sauna. And little by little, it started to be better also as business.
but the urban sauna was, again, 150 public saunas in the 20s before plumbing, closing. This was one of really only two left.
Yeah.
So it was very iconic. You must have really had a sense that there's something here, some
Yeah,
soul.
yeah, sure. And I've always been thinking that in Helsinki we have been taking too much all the old buildings and
Yeah.
restaurants and shops down. So that was really like not so easy to see anything so old here in Helsinki.
Yeah, good.
So it was also some kind of personal task for me to kind of save that place.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you. You still own it.
Yeah. It is there still going on. Yeah.
So how many years now is that?
13 years.
13.
It has been.
So you know operations.
No, kind of. Yeah.
So fast forward to 2010, you get contacted by these Italian women who have got the contract, the rights to develop where we're sitting now, Uusi Sauna.
Yeah.
And it was probably because of your work with the other sauna, I would guess.
Yeah, there it came because some like local people here in Helsinki were telling them that nobody knows about these saunas, but maybe you should ask something from this Kimmo Helistö. Maybe he could be interested. Maybe he could help you.
Were you at first contact? Did it interest you from the beginning?
Yeah, of course, straight away.
Yeah.
When
Why?
No, of course, I thought that what a great opportunity if somebody is making this kind of plan where they could maybe build a new public sauna. With me anyway, with no money, there would be no possibility for me to start a new sauna by myself.
It's expensive.
Quite expensive, like 2 million to put something like this.
Yeah.
So of course I started to help them, and I got good contact with them, and then little by little to these companies who started to make this, and then I got to make deal with them.
An operations deal?
Yeah, the owner of this location is one local insurance company, and I'm renting this with good deal with them.
Nice. And did you invest in the build out of the facility? This build out, Uusi Sauna, build out meaning the cost, the kiosks, the who or how did you organize who pays for the build out of this place?
There was this company called SRV who built all these 6 houses or all this block. Their people, I was there, and also some contacts I knew beforehand, like the company who then made those kiosks. It's one company called Refrac, local company who I knew before that they have been making good big kiosk thing going on. And
Kiosk stove.
Yeah. So it went little by little, step by step.
That's what you needed.
Yeah.
2010 to 2018.
And that's why they asked me, because they knew that there are not this kind of knowledge how to make big saunas anymore and make it work.
And make it work, meaning the operation of
Yeah,
it. People
yeah.
paying, coming in.
Yeah.
How do you do towels?
Yeah.
How long do you stay? What hours do you open?
Yeah.
All of this stuff that you've been doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great.
And that all started there in late 90s there from this squat house where we had these first clubs of sauna, and then this pop-up sauna going there to New York to find. It's funny that we had to go to the New York until we understood that we have here a good small jewel in our hands.
Agreed.
There when I saw those people having the sauna and having the feeling, what the fuck is this? Is so great.
Love it.
Yeah.
Hey man, I feel it and I hear you.
And then I really thought that this is something we have to now continue. And then we started to do those gigs we had good agent who had good contacts to festivals, so we were really lucky. And we did a lot of work, of course. For that.
It's not all fun.
Yeah,
There's a lot of work.
Yeah, heavy work. Not always so good money, but sometimes also quite good money.
Yeah.
But in the beginning, like those New York gigs, we didn't get any profit. Of course, it was only we had to get our CV. Kind of.
Yeah. Your profits were experience and smiles. And that was enough motivation to build.
And some good press, and so we could show that this is going on really nicely.
So fast forward to today. I see your bike. Can you tell us a day in the life of Kimmo in Uusi Sauna? What's your day look like? You wake up. What time?
Okay, today I woke up really too early, like sometimes between 5 and 6, and then I can't sleep. I got up at 6 o'clock, had my breakfast with my cats, and then I took my bike and came here to Jätkäsaari to this Uusi Sauna and started the heating
Explain
about
that,
at
please.
7 o'clock.
Okay.
Here the system is quite modern, so I only switch it on and the fire starts. Okay, there were some problems today. I had to lit the fire
Yeah.
with matches, but
Okay.
anyway, at 7 o'clock, and it started to the
Burn.
heating and burn at that time. Then I went back home with my bike and had my breakfast there and actually paid some bills, did my like office work, some actually, yeah, I had to pay my taxes. I have been forgetting they should be paid last week, but they were fast. I had to do it now. And then I came back here at 10 o'clock. I had one meeting here because now I haven't been telling, but I'm also a music producer. We have one music album production going on, and one friend of mine who is also running one record label, he was a little bit listening what we have been doing and telling me some advice what to do next.
So you had a meeting.
Yeah.
Now, when you came back at around 10 o'clock, did you do any more work with the sauna stoves?
Not, they were there running nicely, and actually now I think I should go and close the chimney.
Let's walk together. Are we okay?
Yeah.
So this is a day in the life of Kimmo operating Uusi Sauna. We're walking right now. We're in the main entry area where the bars to the left, hangout space, very comfortable, asymmetrical design. We're going to the left, passing through a hallway with really great bench work, old school benches, and passing the outdoor courtyard in through the locker room. This is men's locker room, right?
Yeah.
You step through the men's locker room. How many lockers, Kimmo?
54 lockers.
54 lockers.
40 for
We're
ladies.
and
Now I
what 40?
closed the chimney because the fire has been going down some time ago.
Yeah, we're passing through the shower area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very nice shower area with a really cool, like old. Looks like old growth tree, but they're not old growth trees.
Yeah.
But nice bench work. So just a very comfortable shower area, and then you step right into the hot room where we are now, and the stove. Go ahead.
Here I have some laundry from the morning.
Yeah.
Now they are dry.
Yeah. So what did you do with the kiosks then?
Now
Yes.
I just closed the chimney. because
Okay.
Now it's there totally red and hot. As you see, how many degrees?
We're looking at what does that say?
500 and something.
Yeah, 500. It's pretty much exactly 500 degrees, and that's the stones themselves. And I see the glow.
550.
Wow, 550. Is that where you want it?
Yeah.
And what is the heat source here?
Wooden pellets.
Nice. I like the wooden pellets.
Yeah.
Less cube, more compact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now I can make the heating automatic. If it would be like big firewood, somebody should be putting there all the time. But
Wow.
these pellets,
Yeah.
they go there.
How's the price for wood pellets compared to regular wood?
I don't
in
know.
terms of
What-
like,
in Finland, 1 ton, 1,000 kilos of pellets. It is for me 200 euros.
okay. Tell us about, we talked about operations. You get here in the morning, it's wood pellet, it's not as labor intensive, but you're still cleaning out the firebox.
Yeah.
And then you're ready to go.
Yeah, then we should also a little bit put water there, the stones, so the ash goes out from there, and we have to little bit clean the sauna, but then it's ready.
Yeah. So,
So it's anyway quite much work.
Yeah.
It's like handwork. You have to do it.
yeah, it's yes, you do. But I must say, you have it streamlined. It doesn't seem
completely overwhelming. You're not the only guy. Like you have an employee or
Yeah,
someone
yeah,
else that
yeah,
can do this.
yeah,
and-
yeah.
yeah. And you know, we're sitting here now while the stove is doing its work, the heating the lolu room, the hot room up to temperature.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Tell us about the operations today. How's it going, Uusi Sauna? How's it going? When is your busy time?
We are opening at 4 p.m. and the place is open to midnight. We are open from Tuesday to Sunday. The most busy days are Friday and Saturday. In the beginning of the week, it's more easy, like Tuesday
Yeah.
and Wednesday.
Yeah, that's when I came, and I was the last. We
Yeah.
were the last 3 people here.
Yeah.
But it was a nice vibe. I mean, there were groups having a drink after sauna. Things were winding down.
Yeah.
How was your attendance? How's business?
I guess it's quite okay. We started not so long time ago. I think this kind of sauna where we are not at the seaside or lakeside, the main season is in winter time. So when it gets hot in summertime, the saunas are a little bit like not too busy.
Yeah.
So this kind of urban public sauna, the season is winter time. But now when this is new and there are new people always coming, so it's difficult to say. I guess the next July will be quite easy here, and then again in August the tourists comes and it will come again.
So let's. It's only been 6 months.
Yeah, we started 20th of November.
Right on. And I was staying a week ago at the Clarion over here, and I was talking with the attendants, and we pulled up your website and all that, and they were like, "You got to tell me how it is." And
Okay. Yeah.
so I went back and gave them all a thumbs up,
Yeah.
and
Good.
yeah, I think from a tourist perspective, what a great thing.
Yeah.
You know, what percent? Like here we are, middle May. If there were 20 people coming here, how many Finnish and how many from other places?
I
Other
think
countries?
here
If you had to guess.
maybe 10%, 10 to 20% are outsider,
Yeah.
and others are local.
Yeah.
It's difficult to say here in this Uusi Sauna because this is anyway so new. There in Kallio, in Arla,
Yeah.
I can see it more clearly.
Yes.
Okay, that's anyway quite local place, so the most people are local from the neighborhood, but all the time more and more tourists.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say more than 20%, but between 10 and 20.
What do you think about this urban sauna revival? You saw it. You saw this coming.
I have seen it, I have been making it.
Yeah.
Let's say this way.
Right on. If this was a hill, a mountain, the top meaning it's at its peak, and the bottom, the base.
We have just started it.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Helsinki there are now like few new saunas, like Uusi Sauna, Lonna, and then this Löyly and Kulttuurisauna.
Yeah.
And then there are those old 2 saunas, Sauna Arla and Kotiharju, and 1 sauna from 50s, Sauna Hermanni. So we have maybe 8 public saunas right now.
Yeah.
And I think in Helsinki we should have about 20 saunas, and then it could be like crowded.
Critical mass.
Yeah, but if those saunas, if they are all like personal, they have their own thing going on.
That's right.
Little bit different places. Some are at the sea, some are in the blocks in urban space.
Yeah.
So I think we still need more saunas here.
I love it.
I also seen that other cities in Finland or towns, they are waking now. They are building this kind of places in many places right now.
This urban sauna revival, it reminds me of the craft brewing industry.
Yeah,
in
a
the
little
United
bit the
States.
same thing. Yeah.
In Minneapolis, Minnesota, for example, my city, I can relate to it very well. A lot of brewers have popped up, some a little larger, some a little smaller. Each one has their own character. There's a spirit of collaboration amongst craft brewers in the United States. how these public saunas that you've just listed here in Helsinki, is there do you communicate amongst each other?
Yeah, sure, of course,
Yeah.
of course, because we are not competing each other. Everybody is helping each other somehow. The more people comes to some sauna, then they get interested to other saunas also. When Löyly is full, they tell their people who try to come, they no, sorry, now we are full, go to the Uusi Sauna, there is nice place for you. And there in Kallio, same way with Sauna Arla and Kotiharju Sauna and Hermanni Sauna. We can call there, hey, do you have room? There is one group, I can take them in, so could you take them? Yeah, please.
Fabulous.
So it goes.
Thank you for saying that. That's kind of a different level of operation. You know, the typical American thing is an operation of scarcity. There's a scarcity mindset where it's like, okay, there's only 100 people that are going to sauna. I want to get as many as I can to come to my place, right?
Yeah.
What you just described so beautifully is an abundance mindset.
Yeah.
Where, like, maybe a tourist comes to town and instead of going to one sauna, hey, they're going to want to go to 4.
Yeah.
You know? And it grows and grows
Yeah.
like this. So that's so great to hear about the feeling of collaboration with other
Sure.
working together. Yeah, I love it. Anything, listeners to Sauna Talk are mainly in the United States. Is there anything you want to say to listeners in the United States about sauna that your history of sauna is obviously very deep and experienced? Is there anything you want to share to listeners?
It's always so difficult, but you should when you go to sauna, you should only listen yourself. You should be there in the hot room as long as it feels good. Not try to be there too long time. If it's not nice there, go out, drink some water, and try it again. And you should have time for yourself. Kind of, it's anyway a place where you should relax and take it easy. So you should listen your heart and listen your feelings, not the other people there that no, you should stay here more time, or I don't know.
I love that about the Finnish way is no one makes a joke for anyone else for where they sit, how long they're there. It's an incredible culture. It's an incredible environment of freedom.
Yeah, I guess it must be. Yeah.
Cold, go in. Hot, sit outside. Nobody ever says no. Stay outside longer. Wait for me. It's just go. It's a free flow.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, that's true.
Nice.
But you must remember the sauna is the only original thing we Finns have.
Yeah.
That's the only thing we have.
I don't know. I'll start thinking of some more. There's one thing I do want to say about this town, Helsinki, or all of Finland. There is no garbage anywhere. I don't even know where. I mean, I've seen some cigarette butts. Those must be foreigners. I don't know.
No.
But it's you walk down the street, and there's one thing. There's many things that are so wonderful about your country, but in Helsinki here, you walk down the street, and there's a sidewalk, and then next to you is a bike lane, and then you go out, and then there's the cars, right, and then there's a tram, and now you have these scooters, and you have other personal bikes, rental bikes. Getting around is incredibly efficient. It's almost like an intertwining of veins. Like you have bike lane vein, and then you have walking vein and car vein. All these networks all integrating really well together, unlike any city I've been.
Okay, nice to hear, because of course there are also some problems. Some bikers, they are acting like assholes, like some car drivers, and also some like walkers. Sometimes there is some little bit of course, but maybe we are a little bit learning.
Yeah, for this many people, very minimal conflict I've seen.
Yeah.
Kimmo, 2 more questions for you.
Yeah.
So if you mobile sauna, like if you could bring a small mobile sauna, not so much a tent sauna, but maybe a tent sauna, say like a small version of what you were doing for 10 years, anywhere in the world, Anywhere in the world, where would you like to bring a sauna? And
Okay,
have-
maybe again back there to New York, or then to Tokyo,
Yeah.
Japan.
urban.
Always urban. I don't like. I think it's nice to take this kind of sauna to somewhere really like, not this kind of lake shore or seashore, like to the nature. In Finland, we have always the saunas in the nature.
Yeah.
And I'm a little bit like city boy. I like to take saunas in urban parks or
How about the
some markets.
Right,
or-
right. So how under this, how do you deal with the water elements in an urban thing?
No, it's always maybe difficult, but then you have to take water somewhere.
Yeah. Maybe just hook up to a fire hydrant and make a really
Yeah,
cool
yeah.
shower system. or
Something like that. Not even showers. You have only buckets of water,
Yeah.
and then you.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll show you the nice mug. That was invented because of that. In my backyard sauna, wood fire and all that, we have a 5-gallon bucket, and then we take these.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like that.
Yeah, and it froze, right?
Yeah, and it doesn't need to be warm. It can be cold also.
Cold is good. Yeah. If you could have a sauna with anybody in the world, dead, alive, past, present, who would be the first person to come into your mind
Uh-oh.
to have a sauna?
Actually, when Patti Smith was having her gig here last year, I sent the agency that, hey, if Patti wants to have sauna, there is one sauna waiting for her.
Yeah.
So maybe Patti Smith, please come to my sauna.
All right. Good. Any final words, Kimmo?
I don't know.
That's a good final word. Thank you for this visit this morning.
Thank you.
And thank you
My
for all you're
pleasure.
doing.
My pleasure.